But man, they're 6-1, best record in the league, number 1 seed in the AFC. Jonathan Taylor looks like an MVP candidate. He leads the league in rushing touchdowns. He had 3 of them against the Los Angeles Chargers. He looked unstoppable. People forget how good JT is. In the last couple years, he's kind of been banged up. He's been injured. He hasn't really been able to get to his full potential because he's been hurt. But now you're seeing, like a couple years ago back, where he ran for like 1,800 yards and had like 15 touchdowns, something like that. Bottom line is, he is an elite running back, and everyone's forgotten about it. And now everyone's starting to be reminded of it. Because without Jonathan Taylor, the Colts are not as good as they are right now. Because Daniel Jones is not going to have the ability to throw a defense off. Also, the play calling with Shane Steichen is not going to be able to be as, I guess, versatile, because you're not going to be able to do as many play fakes. You're also not going to have, defenses really trying to hone in on stopping the run, because they can't run the football, but they can run the football, man. The Colts are the number 1 scoring offense in the league. The Colts have talent, too, on the outside. I mean, they got Alec Pierce, who's really stepped up for me. I think he's a really good player. And then you got Michael Pittman Jr., of course. That dude's a baller. And then Tyler Warren, man. Nobody talks about this enough, but, going back to the draft this year, that dude should have been the first tight end on the board selected. For the Bears to take Colson Loveland over Tyler Warren is nuts to me. Still, to this day, it's still nuts. But you're seeing how good Tyler Warren is. You can do so much with him. He's a red zone threat. He's a good blocker. He's getting there. The Colts line is good too. The Colts offensive line has looked really good, but what's impressed me the most is that Daniel Jones, his decision-making has been insanely good this year. I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. He's playing at an elite level. And here's the thing with Daniel Jones is I knew he always had the ability, because he won a playoff game in New York. Now, whether he has Saquon or not, that doesn't matter. Winning a playoff game in this league is not easy, and not everybody can do it. But he did it in New York. He had 2 bad seasons in New York. Everybody, including me, was saying he was trash before the season. He didn't look the greatest in the preseason. Everybody in the media is like, oh my God, Shane Steichen, he just benched Anthony Richardson. Daniel Jones is proving why that decision was the right decision and why he is the best quarterback on that roster. I really think the Colts might have found their franchise quarterback. Crazy as that is to say, 7 games in, I really think they found their guy. I mean, he's 23 of 34, 288 yards, 2 touchdowns versus the Chargers. The Chargers are a good defense. That is not a bad defense. Like at the beginning of the season, like the first 3 games of the year, some people were saying the Chargers might have the best defense in the league. So, like, for Daniel Jones to go into LA and do that, that's a statement, man. And the Colts are off to their best start since 2009. They also snapped a 5-game skid in LA, getting their first win versus the Chargers since 2016. And then also shout out to Grover Stewart, number 90, the big dog, getting an interception. It was tipped up. He caught it. They made this Chargers offense look lost out there. The Chargers were playing catch up all day long. I mean, Justin Herbert, he threw an interception in the red zone, in the end zone, actually. And the Chargers have good receivers. I mean, they've got Keenan Allen. I know he's older, but he's still good. Quentin Johnston, he's been good this year. Ladd McConkey, he's good. That's not a bad team. That's not a bad team. And everybody's wondering, are the Colts legit? Yeah, they're legit. I think the Colts could easily I think the Colts will make the AFC Championship. I think they will. Heck, I think the Colts could come out of the AFC. I mean, the AFC is so wide open, in my opinion. Like, is it a good conference? Yeah, of course. But, like, I mean, the the top 3 teams by record in the AFC are the Colts, Patriots, Broncos. Broncos made the playoffs last year. Not really surprised about that one. But the Patriots, they've gotten better. The Colts, they've gotten better. Those are 2 teams that have not been good for a while and are trying to get relevant again. But when you look down the list, it's like, all right, you got Pittsburgh at 4-2, Buffalo at 4-2, Chargers 4-3, Jacksonville, Kansas City 4-3. They're starting to heat up. Right behind them, the Bengals. They're 3-4. We'll see what happens if Joe Burrow and they can stay alive in this playoff race. That would make it interesting. But, I mean, right now, the Colts definitely have a path to go to the Super Bowl and play in that game. I'm not going to sit here and say no. But real quick, let's just hear from Jonathan Taylor. Real quick. 3 touchdowns, absolute baller, MVP candidate. Real quick.
It's a combination of everything. The offense is hitting on all cylinders, and it's just coming into work each and every single week, finding a way to continue to do that, because we know teams are going to continue to give us their best shot. So it's just going to get harder and harder from here on out.
All right, yeah, we'll tie that. We'll tie that Colts thing up. They're legit.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my